to Adobe Illustrator. So I have a document already set up. And one of the things I will make sure of is that my layers are visible. So here's my layers that I want to have visible. And then one of the things I like to do with my layers, whenever I'm working, no matter what project I'm working on, I like to have these layers be a little bit bigger so it's easier to see what I'm working on. So what you can do is go into the little hamburger menu, the 3 horizontal lines in the upper right hand corner of the layers palette, go to panel options, go to other, and I like to make this number where it says row size, I like to make it probably around 100. And that's going to give me a much bigger area here in this tile in the layer to be able to see a little bit better what I'm working on. So what I'm going to do next is bring in some artwork. So this is a sketch. Let's say this is a sketch for a project. You know, maybe it's your project you're working on for the protest symbols. So I drew a little sketch already, and let's see where that went. So let's see. I think I have to figure out where this sketch is. So here's the sketch. I'm going to move it to another location. My desktop. Okay, there it is. So now if I go to my desktop, you know, this is one of the things about taking a picture with your phone. The iPhone has this format called .h, I think it's .hec, and so what I'm going to do, I brought that image into my desktop here, but what I'm going to do is just take a screenshot. So I'm on a Mac, and I'm going to hit Shift Control Command 4. And take a screenshot. That's basically copying it when you're hitting Control, Shift, and Command 4. And then I'm going to paste it, and there it is. So, okay, this is what I want. So I have an image here, and I want to turn this into a template. So what you do is you go into your layers, and you double-click outside of the word in, here, and then just click on dim images. And sometimes they go down pretty low to like 20%, and that should be good. And then I like to lock the layer. So to lock a layer so you don't accidentally move it while you're working, you just click next to the little eyeball icon there. There's a little lock symbol, and now it's locked. And now I'm going to create a new layer. So I'm going to go down into my layers palette. There's a box with a plus sign. In previous versions of Illustrator, it used to be a little piece of paper with a corner bent over symbol, but now it's a box with a plus sign. Click on that little box with a plus sign, create your new layer, and then you're ready to draw on top of this. So layer 2 is the layer that I'm going to draw on. Layer 1 is my template. I'm going to set my fill to none by clicking on the little none box here. Set my swatch color to black. So I'm going to double click on the swatch and make it black. And then for this, let's say I'll use my curvature tool. So I'll start to draw around this. Just clicking, double clicking when I hit an area that's like a sharp corner. Clicking once when I just want a curve. So the tip of the fin is a sharp corner. There's a little bit of a curve there. So I'll do that. The tip of the fin, the sharp corner. Double click in the middle there. Tip of the fin is sharp, so double click. And I don't think I double clicked there. Then do that. Do that, and then come all the way around. So this is my fish design. I'm going to increase the stroke weight a little bit and then adjust this point right here. So I'll go into my direct selection tool by hitting A and just kind of move that curve a little bit and adjust these curves slightly. So that's a little bit better. So that's a nicer flowing curve. And then I'll go into the circle tool, which is here underneath the rectangle tool, and just draw out my eyeballs. And that's it. So I use the drawing as my template. And then once you're all done, you can hide that drawing and then you have your final piece of artwork. So that's the workflow to use a drawing as a template.